Hey guys, this is Kaylin, and thanks for listening to First Reaction Fan Reaction. Before we start the episode, I just want to let you guys know that during our last recording session, we did have some issues that we didn't know about till after we finished recording, so you may notice that the quality is not the same as it usually is. We want to apologize for that, but we really appreciate you for taking the time to listen to us, and we hope you enjoy. Thanks!
Sure. Not like
that's the spirit.
I mean, it's not like the universe is dead or anything.
Yay! We're so happy, everyone. Anyway, all right.
I mean, everything's gonna be fine by the end. Don't worry about it.
I feel like it's been so long since I've done this. I don't even know, who am I? What do we do?
Well, you're Kaylin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got that part.
You're the one with how do we do this in college? You're the blonde one with short hair, and I'm the brunette one with long hair.
Yeah, that's the only way you can tell us apart.
In case anybody watches the videos and doesn't know which one's which.
Oh yeah, when we're talking, but like I feel like our voices are distinct enough to like, you know, figure out who's who.
You're the Korra to my Asami?
Yes, exactly.
I don't know which one's who is more like what. I just always say I'm Asami.
You have Asami hair.
Because I have Asami hair.
That's, you know, I'll give that to you.
Although I don't, I always want her hair. I want to know how she does her hair when she's sleeping, because it'll not say that good.
Oh yeah, she's God, what a lady. Anyway, all right. So welcome back to another episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. I am your host, Kaylin Clothier, and with me is my co-host.
I'm Dara Whitman. Hello.
All right, and we are back. It's been a while since we recorded, but you know it's only gonna be like a week until you hear this if you're listening pretty religiously to our stuff. So.
Also, Kaylin, I think we need to say a big thank you to everybody.
Yes, we do.
Because so if you've been listening to us for a while, we said we're really close to 100. So, and we were hoping you guys would subscribe to us so we can get 100. And now we've got over 200.
And that was a month ago, month and a half ago?
Yeah.
And so we were really racking up on those subscribers. So thank you so much, guys.
We got a video that hit 5,000 views.
Yeah.
It's got a ton of dislikes.
You know what? That's okay. Everyone has their own opinion. And we'll talk a little bit more about what you guys had to say about that in the comment corner, which is probably going to be really long for these next couple episodes because we racked up a lot of comments, but we want to try to get to as many as we can. So thank you for bearing with us.
Well, you guys like us, or are really annoyed by us and want to troll us.
Yeah, and we love that. Either way, if you.
Well, I mean, we don't just trolling. We prefer constructive criticism.
Yeah,
which you guys did a good amount of. So thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We have an episode to talk about, though.
I know we have 2 episodes to talk about today.
We do.
So we are still on the Legend of Korra. We are on book 4, and today we're going to talk about episode 5. 4? 5. Oh yeah, 5. Enemy at the Gates. Episode 6. The Battle of Zao.
By the way, was that really a battle?
Oh, there's people fighting.
Yeah, but it wasn't
a lot of people.
It wasn't a Return of the King battle.
No. Everybody fights their own battles, no matter how big or how small.
Okay.
So let's get started with Enemy at the Gates. So I have to remember what's happening in this episode. Okay, so when we last heard that from the people in who were somewhere in the middle of the Earth Kingdom who had captured Iki, they were saying that Kavira was gathering all of her troops and she was sending them to Zao Fu. And it's
been a while since we were talked about this, so I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is weird, because I'm the one who edited the last reaction, so I'm just why did I remember that? You know, that editing thing, it's been a weird couple weeks for me.
Yeah.
I was just kind of in a blur.
That's alright. It's the holiday season.
Everybody's in a blur.
Everyone's in a blur.
I'll be in a blur until Christmas when I can just buy stuff for me.
Oh, true. Do that post-Christmas treat yourself after you spend all your money on other people. Anyway, we're really getting off track. We're probably talking for 10 minutes and asking. We haven't even talked about the episode yet. So when we last left off, Kavira was taking her troops to Zao Fu.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get a shot of this mass army kind of moving their way. They have their airships, they have the ground troops, they have all these people.
They got their mega tanks.
They got their mega tanks. Lots of mega tanks. So Zao Fu people, they see that and they alert the people and say yo, we got a problem.
So we're looking at iTunes. Is there not many reviews on iTunes?
We don't.
No, but some of the episodes are popular.
On iTunes. Yeah, if you're downloading those episodes, thank you so much, because iTunes doesn't let you see any of those numbers, so we have no idea how many people are actually downloading.
I just see like the popularity bar.
Yeah, and I have no idea what that means.
Nope.
It's all arbitrary.
Back to the plot.
So we have the head of the Metal Clan, which is the Beifong family, trying to figure out what the heck they're going to do about all these troops. Bashar Sr. proposes, maybe call President Raiko. Suyin is like, if that wouldn't work in time. Back on the train, Kuvira's train, Kuvira and Batar Jr., Nerd Son are discussing how they're, excited to finally reunite all of the Earth Empire, but they have to figure out how to get Suyin on their side, which, is totally going to work. So they think about requesting Bolin.
Gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, please talk about this.
Listen, Kuvira.
All right. Yes,
Do not bring sweet, semi-innocent Bolin into this. Like, you're just using him as a pawn. You know that he's kind of an idiot. And just wants peace and happiness. Why are you doing this?
Yeah. Kuvira knows that Sue trusts Bolin, and so that's why she wants to. And Bolin is still kind of on board with the cause with Kuvira
because he doesn't know any better.
He's very naive. He has a very naive view of it. He's like, "Oh, we're uniting people. Like, this is really good," but he doesn't understand like what's actually.
He doesn't understand like the servitude.
We'll talk a little bit more about like what's going on.
Okay.
Kind of what happens when they actually kind of take over these states. Back on Pepper, the Sky Bison, we have Jinora, Iki, Milo, and Korra, who are returning from the swamp. And Korra says that she wants to go towards Kuvira. She's like, she's got to get back into this. She's got to tell the world the Avatar is here. And Jinora is like, we were told to go get you and come back. And Korra's like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We go into Zaofield.
Which, I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. The fact of the matter is, like, Jinora can just, like, go into the spirit world thing and, like, tell her dad, hey, we found her, we're just gonna go do this thing real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and so Korra is like, hey, we can just, like, talk to her. And I was like, let's fight. And she's like, no. Let's talk.
She's kind of gone from, like, one end of, like, all fighting to the complete other end.
Yeah.
Of, like, just, like, let's, like, talk and negotiate kind of thing.
Let's be friends, everyone.
Yeah, and, like, maybe she should come somewhere in the middle. Mm-hmm. And, like, learn how to balance. So we were back on Kuvira's train, and we go back to Varric and Julie. I feel like these two episodes are very Varric and Julie heavy. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Which is good, because I love them.
I do, too.
I love those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are recording their spirit find experiment. Mm-hmm. So what they are trying to do is harness these spirit finds, which have to be made of like all energy, and they want to be able to make some form of battery or clean energy with them.
Is that what they want? That doesn't feel like that's what Kuvira wants.
It's not what Kuvira wants, but Varric is like, hey, let's do this thing. But I feel like Kuvira has some ulterior motives to utilizing this. Is this
an allegory for something?
It could be. That's a good point. We really could talk about this.
Is this an allegory for, like, the Empire?
That's a very good question.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I could be talking about a lot of different things. What are you referring to?
Well, it was going to go like real life, but that's kind of depressing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought you were going in like the World War II like atomic bomb.
I wasn't even talking about that, but okay.
That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking real world, but I'm like, that's kind of depressing. Let's just talk about Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Especially later on.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we do get very Star Wars like.
Although, granted, like, there isn't, like, a higher up unless we get back to my other theory, which is just, this is all the Red Lotus family.
So this experiment starts going okay. We see the spirit vine kind of lights up. Oh my gosh, I'm getting this really weird feedback.
Yeah, me too.
It's like this.
Yeah, I thought it was me.
Like,
I thought it was me.
No, it's me. It's either like a cell phone thing or it's a ghost. So.
Yeah, but we've had our cell phones near us before when we recorded.
So it's a ghost.
Like a real ghost?
Like a real ghost. Yeah.
Is your house haunted?
Sometimes some weird stuff happens.
You know what's weird? I was driving over here, and I think there's like a road or something that was Amityville.
Oh, yeah. The Amityville is like the name of like the.
Yeah, but it's also the Amityville house.
It's not like the Amityville house.
But I'm just saying.
It could be.
If you think there's a ghost.
Sometimes some weird stuff happens. Okay, so I was watching this video with my friend. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this in here or not.
Okay.
Depends how long this episode goes. So I was watching this video with my one friend. Shout out to my friend Jonah, who probably won't listen to this. Anyway, I love you. And like apparently these guys were, I don't know the guys, they're like super popular YouTubers and I have no idea what their names are. But they went out to like this really like haunted forest and like they were getting this audio feedback and they were like, the guy was like, oh yeah, I talked to like all my audio friends and like this is really weird feedback that doesn't usually happen but sometimes happen, so it must be like a ghost thing. And so like literally the day after I did this, we were recording and I heard that same exact noise on that tape and I'm like, oh come on, you gotta be kidding me.
See, this is why I'm one of the smart white girls who doesn't want to anywhere haunted. Because why would I do that? I like horror movies and I like horror video games. I don't like to go to real places though.
Yeah, so anyway, so that feedback here is either a ghost or cell phones reacting weird to something. So anyway, or if you are an audio expert and actually know what that sound is, let us know. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the segment in there though, but now I'm really curious. So anyway, spirit vines. So as they're continuing this experiment, we see this vine light up purple. It's like made of this pure energy and it's working. But then it's too much energy.
A lot. And
like blows up. It like blows up the back of the train. It sends them flying. It sends Julie flying. Merrick has to catch her and pull her up. But Barrick is a weakling, and it's really hard for him to do that.
That's true.
Barrick. Barrick.
I remembered who voiced Barrick because I forgot for a while, and like I looked it up, and then because I know who he is.
Yeah.
Like John Michael Higgins, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, and like I've seen him in stuff. I like him.
Yeah, he's good. He does a really good job.
He's the guy who has the Pitch Perfect movies too, right? I think he's like the judge of Elizabeth Banks.
Is he? Is that him?
I think so. I know him from.
I'll look this up.
I know him from. He's like in like small parts of movies, and then he was in this like show with Fran Drescher that lasted a couple seasons, like about her life because she divorced one of her husbands when, and then he turned out to be gay.
Oh yeah.
And then sitcom and hilarity.
Yeah.
So I think he's like one of the judge guys in the Pitch Perfect movies. I was thinking of a different guy.
No, he is.
Yay! Remember the first one, and that was really good.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, that's a really good fact. I didn't realize that was the same guy. Shows how much I know.
Well, the first one was really good, and the second one just existed.
I don't like Pitch Perfect. I don't like either of them.
Really? The first one's fine.
Sorry.
I think because like I saw it. We don't know if it's a good one. No, but I saw like the weekend it came out, so like I was one of those people like who just assumed it was gonna suck, and then I saw it, and I'm like, this is actually pretty good.
It was like entirely okay, but I didn't really like it.
I like the music.
It's alright. So anyway, so after this whole explosion thing happens, Varric says like, okay, we're putting the kibosh on this thing, like. We're not going to continue. This is obviously a very dangerous experiment. We're going to shut this whole thing down. Like, if this gets into the wrong hands, this is going to be very, very bad.
Spoiler, it's already in the wrong hands.
And Kavir comes in. She's like, no, you're not going to end this. Excuse me. We're going to continue with this experiment. And so she uses his uniform, the metal on his uniform, to metal bend kind of
force choke?
Basically force chokes him, yeah. She goes all Vader. She goes total Vader on him. She's like, okay, I'll do it. But you can tell Varric is developing as a character, because usually he's like, I'm just doing it all for money, but now he's like thinking about like other people, and he has this thing.
He's got a little Jiminy Cricket.
Conscience, yes. Jiminy Cricket.
You ever realize what actually happened to Jiminy Cricket in like the original story?
No.
I think Pinocchio like murders him. That story's messed up.
The OG Pinocchio? Oh yeah, no, I'm not messing with that. No, thank you.
You don't mess with like any OG fairy tales.
No, not man.
I've seen like people like animate them and like actually like I would remember seeing them when I thought they were like the real thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember like I somehow got like a video of like the Little Mermaid and it was like the real one.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
The OG Little Mermaid is really sad.
The other one, I feel like the other one that's super messed up is Snow White. Like there's more to it, but like by the end.
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty's also messed up.
They're all really messed up.
You know what happened to Sleeping Beauty?
She gets like raped and gives birth that like while she's still asleep, right?
Yeah.
Not the one? Yeah. She has like twins, but she's like still asleep though.
I thought she's had one maybe.
Oh. Maybe.
No, Rapunzel has twins.
Rapunzel has twins.
But that's consensual.
Yeah. Until
Legend of Korra.
Legend of Korra. So, also there's something, I'm not sure if we want to bring this up, where Barrett pulls Julie back off the thing and they have like this very like shippy moment.
Well, I've always assumed that they were fucking.
Yeah. Thank you. Because when I first watched the series, like in the second season, you're like, oh, they're doing it though. Like,
they're doing it.
Totally doing it.
I'm not saying it's like a romantic doing it. It's just
but they're doing it.
They're just like doing it.
They're just like two people and they're there. What else are they gonna do?
Yeah.
They're gonna do it.
They're gonna do it.
So
they're not gonna be romantic. They're just gonna, some like rough, hard doing it.
So
we're explicit. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, true. We are explicit. So
maybe it's a lot more in the next show, which is very adult.
But maybe it's going just from physical to maybe something more. Maybe that's what's happening.
I don't know if I want that.
Really?
I kind of just like it. I just like two people work together and they're doing it.
They're just doing it. All right. Where are we here?
Someone with the force choke after that.
Force choke. So Barrick in the end agrees to keep going along with this experiment thing.
Mm-hmm. Even
though he knows that it's not a good idea.
No.
So then we go back to our subplot here, which I know you found interesting, as kind of weird that it be brought up back up at this time. So we're back in Republic City, and we see Love of My Life, Asami Sato, and she is visiting her father in prison. And we see her sit down, and then we see him come in, and it's one of those moments where like, oh, this guy, because he looks very different.
He does, because I don't remember what he looks like.
Do you want me to bring up a picture for you?
You don't need to.
I might.
It's been a while. That was like season 1.
Yeah, his hair is all white now. It was kind of salt and peppery. And he also
he had a mustache.
Yeah, and he's lost a lot of weight in prison.
Yeah.
So he's definitely these 3 years have really aged him.
Well, it's been more than 3 years.
Yeah, probably closer to 4 years.
Sorry, I was thinking something.
That's our YouTube page.
I was checking. Okay, so like we finished season 1 like 5 months ago.
Oh man.
So it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So no, but technically it's been more than 3 years. It's been like
probably like 3.5 at this point, because it was 6 months between season 1 and season 2.
And then 2 weeks between.
So it's a little over
3.5.
Yeah, 3.5 years.
But you figure he's rich. He can get into like rich prison.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't still have that money, because all that money now is just under Asami's rule, and she was probably just like, oh no, you going to prison, Dad. No free rides for you, Padre.
Okay.
But they sit down, they have kind of this talk, and Asami has this stack of letters that she received from him, but she hasn't opened a single one. Mm-mm. And so she just gives them back to him, and she tells him to stop trying to contact her. Mm-hmm. And Hiroshi is like, hey, he wants her to listen to him, but she doesn't even look him in the eye. And he says that he regrets everything that he did, and they tore the family apart, and
I don't think he regrets that he hurts Asami. I don't really think he regrets anything else.
No, the only thing really is that he you can tell that he really still cares about his daughter and everything.
Well, yeah, of course.
So, and he tells her he is proud of her and that she is the greatest thing he ever created.
Which is true.
Aw, it's true.
I do have a kind of a problem with the subplot.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
It's not bad. It's actually quite good, and the voice acting's really good.
Yeah.
And the animation's really good.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit at all.
Yes. Well, it's. I'll say that it's interesting to bring it back at this particular time and place, because it feels like nothing was really leading to it.
I feel like they just wanted something to do with Asami.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that for all the characters, I mean, we have to see that over the past 3 years they have been doing things, and it hasn't all been good, because when Korra's reading those letters, she hears that Mako's doing detective stuff, Bolin is helping out the Earth Kingdom, and Asami's building these things, but it hasn't all been great for them either, so we have to kind of explore that too. So for Asami, it was kind of that
her dad was
she has been really putting off getting back into contact with her father, which is we can see is kind of what effect that has had over the past 3 years.
Like I said, it's a good subplot. It just kind of doesn't. And I'm not saying it didn't feel forced. It just didn't fit. It didn't even it's not even
it kind of came out of
nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not even like it because like sometimes the subplots they kind of like are parallel to the main plot of the episode, and this one isn't.
That's a really good point. Yeah. It doesn't
it's like I said, it's like a lower tier kind of nitpick just because it was really, really well done.
Right.
And like again, more Asami.
True. We all love that.
You love her the most.
I do.
You would marry her if she was real.
You're so right about that. I'm not even joking. Anyway, but I think that's a really good point where you don't really have any of those parallels to it. But going back to, so that's kind of where that scene ends. And we were back on Kabir's train, and we have a scene with Kuvira, Nerd Son, and Bolin. Mm-hmm. And Kabir says that they want Bolin to be part of their inner circle. And part of me is like, are you guys going to wear cloaks and like stand in a weird pentagram formation? Because that's what inner circle sounds like to me. It sounds very cultish. Anyway, Bolin is pretty excited about that, but he doesn't know what that means. Kabir says, basically this is Kabir's way of getting him to talk to Sue and try to convince her that the Earth Empire is a good thing and not a bad thing at all, and not like...
Yeah, because basically, like, Kabir's like, well, she ain't gonna listen to me. She might listen to, Bolin, who is like, Are Rumble still a thing, kind of?
Rumble's still a thing.
I feel like they're going to be back on the mend after these 2 episodes.
Right.
They're going to be back on the mend because, Bolin, I don't know if he realized he was wrong or just, like, he's been manipulative. Not manipulative. Manipulated.
Yes. I think it's a little bit of both. I think Bolin is very naive, and he sees...
Also, Opal's not... She's kind of getting just kind of, like in the face of everybody and being like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Like, Opal's ready to, like, throw down at, like, every second of these episodes.
Look, like I said in the previous episode, they just need, like, a nice, like, date night, a giant fight, like, not a physical fight, it's like a verbal fight.
Yeah.
Meet somebody said, one of them will run off, and then, like, the other person will run off for them, and then they'll just, like, rekindle, and everything will be fine.
Yay! Makeup sex. So... where am I going here?
They probably already done it. God, there's no Mako in this episode.
There's no Mako in these episodes.
Neither of them. It's great.
It's.
I feel bad for Mako. He's gotten better.
He has.
When he's not dating anybody, he's fine.
When he's single, he's a good dude. But he just needs to stay single forever. Anyway, and be a detective the whole time. We're getting so off track in this episode. Oh my god.
It's been a while.
It's been so long, guys. We're happy to be back. Anyway, so Bolin goes to meet with Sue, and try to convince them of what they're doing. But Sue is not having it.
No, and like she can also see right through what Kabir is like doing when like when like Bolin's like there and trying to like be nice. Like Sue's like, what? Like, don't use Bolin against me.
Mm-hmm.
You bitch. Don't do that. And I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. But we'll get to it later. Yeah. I have some thoughts about Lynn.
Okay. Ooh.
Yes? I always get Sue and Lynn confused.
That's okay.
It's Lynn, right?
Who are you talking about? Zafu lady?
Yeah.
That's Sue.
Dang it.
So,
which one Sokka's kidding?
Okay, so Bolin's trying to convince everyone this is a good idea. Like, hey guys, let's just calm down. Let's all stand in a circle and hold hands. A literal line that was said, and I'm like, okay, that's a little on the nose.
A little bit.
But Sue is pissed because she's like to Kabir, she's like, oh, you're brainwashing him too. She also thinks that she kind of brainwashed her son, Batar Jr.
Like I said, it was not brainwashing with Nerd Son, it was vagina washing.
She just turned on her. Anyway, so...
probably. I would assume Kabir would do that.
Yeah, so...
Or also, like, she just seems like the type of person, like, who knows, like, what people like and dislike and, like, how minds work, mm-hmm. and then, like, knows how to get people... Like, how to work with people.
Yeah, she gets people.
She's a sociopath, yes.
Or a psychopath. I think it's psychopath.
People told me different things.
Guys, we spent like 10 minutes on this on our Death Note podcast trying to figure out what it was. We don't even remember.
I think there is a line where it's like not all sociopaths are psychopaths, but all psychopaths are sociopaths. Like, sociopath technically means like you're antisocial.
Yeah.
Which I don't think she is.
No, she's the opposite of that. So she's a psychopath.
I think.
Anyway, leave us your opinions in the comments.
Yeah, just do that. I don't feel like Googling it right now.
Anyway.
What about, like, you can't really show emotion, you have to fake it? I think. But, like, you could also, like, have, like, some of them, you can have, like, emotional connections.
Mm-hmm.
Leave your comments, especially if you're a psychologist or studying that and you know the difference.
I love how we both know people who are, like, in the field of psychology, and we're like,
half my family's in the field.
I know, that's the best part.
That's like half my family.
That's half your family.
That's all my family.
Yeah, it really is. It really is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, where even are we? Hold on, I'm gonna take a second here to, like, get my notes together.
I love it. Half my family's in the field of psychology, and I do podcasting.
Oh man, I feel that. My brother is going to be a psychologist.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. And then I'm doing podcasting.
Well, he'll make them feel better, and then we just entertain them. It's all making people feel better.
It's all about, that's what we do for a living, folks. We just want to make people feel good.
Or bad, because we have different opinions. Because the internet.
Oh, okay. So this is where we so kind of as we're going back and forth here, we kind of learned some things. One that Nerd Son is kind of afraid of living in his father's shadow. Also, but more importantly, what happens to these people once they are quote unquote liberated. So these people in these towns, they are forced into slave labor to to build a lot of the stuff, and dissenters are sent into prison camps. And the one is like, no, that's not true. And then everyone's like, oh, honey.
I have a slight problem with this. It's like a nitpick.
Yeah.
But it's like, I kind of would have liked some, like, show don't tell.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, it's just like, you're just telling me. And I'm like, but I only saw, like, the one time where, like, the robbers, like, stuck on the train tracks.
Yeah.
And they're like, we swear allegiance to you. So, but that was it. I would have liked some, like, yeah, like, could we not, like, have seen this before?
Yeah, that would have been good to, like, and see it, I think, in a different light, to, like, see, like, people working, and you're like, oh, people are working, and, nobody's complaining, like, this is really great. And we don't even get to see that before we reveal, oh, they're working because this is actually slave labor, or people aren't dissenting because they're all being sent into camps.
And I'm starting to, like, realize this now, like, as the season goes on, it's, like, kind of one of my big problems. Like, Kuvira... Like, don't get me wrong, I really do like Kuvira. I think she's, like, a fun little psychopath, sociopath. But, like, a lot of her stuff is like, it's, like, telling.
Yes.
It's not showing.
Yes.
And now I'm starting to think that, was that because of the budget?
I wouldn't say that was budget. I think that's just It
feels like it's a budget thing, though. You can't animate it.
Well... Actually, that's a good point. I think one is a time restraint. We only have X amount of episodes, and part of that is budget because they kind of lost in an episode through budget reasons. But I think part of it is that, but a second part of it is just not really making room for it when writing.
Yeah, and also
I think part of it does just fall back on writers at that point.
Yeah, I also kind of want to say this. Can we get, like, a live-action movie where Zelda Williams is the villain? Because she's so good.
She's so good at this.
She's so good at being, like, that stoic bitch.
God, she's so good.
She's so good.
Shout out to Zelda Williams. She does such a great job as this character.
Yeah. If you're listening, Zelda, which you're probably not, but if you are, we love you. And you're very good.
You're very good. You're very talented.
You're a talented lady.
Oh, yes. So at the end of this whole get together, Kuvira gives Suyin 24 hours to they can join or die, basically, or they're gonna move in or they're gonna take the city by force.
Reference here, people reference Game of Thrones. Get the line. Mm-hmm. Kayla's never seen it. I can't say anything.
So. Now we're back with Korra and the Airbenders, and they have arrived in Zafu, meet up with Sue, and they're like, oh, hey, how's it going?
Well,
it's been like 3 years, girl, what's up? And she's like, oh, I'm ready, let's go, we gotta stop Kuvira.
And Korra's like, but can't we just talk?
Can we just talk? And they're like, ooh, honey.
It's like been a while, you don't know.
Mm-hmm. So back with at Kuvira, Bolin is like, hey, like you weren't being serious about like attacking Zhao Fu, right? And Kuvira is like, honey.
But like I don't have
that big army, right?
I mean, I'm kind of fine with like trying to talk to people for like something, and then if they just like will not back down after you try to be nice to them, then I'm fine punching people.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
yeah, and so he's like, hey, and that other stuff they said about like what happens to people that they love, right? Like that's not true, right? And she's like, oh, honey. And the minute he starts questioning, she questions his loyalty and is like, you need to be sent to a re-education camp. And he's like, oh, no, we good. All right.
But she knows.
But she knows.
Roland's not the best liar.
Oh, yeah.
I think he should have been a better liar because like, it actually kind of would have been, I would say it'd be cool like if Roland kind of worked it out so he could be a double agent.
Yes.
But then I'd be wondering like how would he could get information to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So back in Zhao Fu, Korra and Sue are talking, and we kind of figure out a little bit more about Kuvira's backstory. Suyen took her in when she was very young. She was almost like more of a mother figure to her than anything. Mm-hmm. Kuvira is smart. She rose through the ranks quickly. And what happened kind of that moment that started to splinter between them was 3 years ago after the fall of the Earth Queen. Tenzin and Raiko came in and they're speaking to Sue, and they're saying like, hey, we need somebody to kind of step in and temporarily lead the Earth Kingdom until we get all this stuff figured out. So to step in and be a leader. Sue was kind of the best person for the job. Sue has a very kind of new way of thinking. She's a great leader. Mm-hmm. She knows what's going down, but Sue is like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Because, it's just going to lead to more fighting. If somebody just steps in and says, hey, I'm going to rule this place now, like, people aren't going to agree to that. And it seems kind of more like a takeover situation than it would like a helpful situation. And Kuvira's like, no, you got to do this. Like, you gotta do it. And she was like, no. But Kuvira is like, somebody's got to do it.
She's not wrong.
Yeah,
like I'm not saying like takeover because like Sue can see like everything has a takeover.
Yeah,
which like I know like I feel like maybe you could have just done a thing where like I don't even know what you could have done, mm-hmm. but like try to like unite people like kind of under you, but like I don't know if like unite exactly, but maybe just like have like find people who could actually like rule certain areas mm-hmm. and like help out and like unite people like states, kind of.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the situation their kingdom was already in. They did have kind of this city-state kind of situation, but still the Earth Kingdom, without, that one leader, it seemed like it was in shambles. Well, so they were trying to figure out what the heck.
Because, like, Sue doesn't want to be a queen.
Right.
That's the thing. And I'm just like, you don't have to be a queen. You can just, be a president.
Yeah. But even then, I think she saw problems with that.
She saw problems with that, but, because I think Sue could have done it. Mm-hmm. Like, she could have been, like, a decent, like, government kind of ruler thing. Although, I mean, government in this show hasn't really been great.
Yeah, I think, well, a big point of the last season was that all the leaders in this show kind of suck.
Why is, because, Ted's going to be a decent leader.
Yeah.
Because he's, a nice guy.
He's a cool dude.
Why do you do, semi what, the council was beforehand?
The council didn't really work either.
Well, you could have made it better. You could have had, Lynn, Tenzin, Korra's there, Zuko, or what's his daughter's name?
Izumi.
Have her. Well, I totally forgot Korra's father's name.
Tonrak.
Tonrak, have him. Get, a non-bender person. Get a Sami or somebody. There you go. These people would help these people. To get people who can, get along with each other.
Yeah.
Even if they don't love each other, they can get along and know what's best and do something. I think I forgot. No, I didn't forget her.
I think we just created the United Nations.
There you go. Get the United Nations. Because that never goes wrong ever. It's going to go wrong eventually, but, for now.
Guys, we just figured it out.
Come on, guys.
We just Woodrow Wilson this bitch.
Who names their kid Woodrow, anyway?
I think that wasn't his actual first. I think that was like his middle name or.
Then why? No, but he's like.
What's his real name? No, his
keep going. I'm gonna look this up.
No, I have it right here. No, Woodrow was his middle name. His first name was Thomas.
Then why did he go by Woodrow?
But Thomas Wilson isn't as memorable as a name now, is it?
No, but who cares?
God, we really have to. We're not even done this episode. Jesus Christ, we got a whole other episode, and then we got commentary. Oh my God, this is gonna go on forever.
It's fine.
So after kind of that initial splintering, Kuvira eventually takes basically the security force of Zao, which apparently are these very talented metal benders, and who were apparently very tired of feeling like they're not really utilizing their talents as a security force because they're some of the best fighters in the world. She takes them, and she takes some of the richest citizens of Zao, because she's going to need that dough. She's going to build an army.
That's true.
And she takes some airships, and she takes Bashar Jr., and they go on their way, and kind of the rest is history from there. We know what happens.
Yeah. And then, like, at that point, we also learned that, like, I think she took over, like, one, and then Tenzin and Reiko were like, all right, you do it.
Yeah, basically.
Because they were idiots, and we're like, she's just going to she'll give it back over.
Yeah, I mean, no problem. Well, she's good at talking. She probably talked her way around that one.
That's true. Oh, God, she's so good at talking.
She's so good at words. I can be so good at words. Anyway, so, and then our next scene, we get a brief moment back with Asami, and she's chilling on the park next to that nice statue of Korra. And, she's kind of sad, but then she sees, like, a father playing with his daughter, and it's like, happy, and then that's it, that's the scene.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's a nice scene. So, we're with Varric now, and Varric is,
He's, like, locked in a room?
Yeah, he's kind of trapped in his room because he's supposed to be working on this thing, and he's, like, freaking out. And Bolin kind of pops in, and they have a moment where they're like, whoa, hey, just realized something. Kuvira is insane.
And I'm like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, no kidding. Varric tells Bolin about the super weapon. Bolin says that Kuvira threatened him, and the whole thing about Zao and all that's going to go on with there. So they start to escape. So they get out of there. They're gonna leave. Mm-hmm. They're like, they had enough of this BS. And then we finally have where Kuvira and Korra meet, and Korra's like, hey, let's talk this out here. How about you just leave? Like, that's basically what she said. She's like, this is a bad idea. Why don't you go home? Mm-hmm. And Kuvira's like, no, we're not doing that.
But she also kind of turns Korra.
She does. She uses her words to charm Korra.
And I think that's, like, and, like, I kind of like this one thing where she changed, like, the 24-hour thing to you just negotiate. And I think it's, like, however long it takes, quote, unquote, and we'll just, like, we'll wait.
Yeah, it's like, you go talk to Sue, get back to me, this is a truce, we'll just, like, lay low for a minute, you just do your thing, and be good.
Yeah. And I think, because I think Korra brought this up that, like, Kuvira saved her dad, so, like, she kind of... Yeah. She kind of is, like, I guess, respect. Yeah, she does have, I think, a level of respect for like, she saved her dad in that one obvious evil moment.
Because I think she knows that Kuvira isn't a bad person necessarily, because she does want to help. But
yeah, I don't think she doesn't seem like a bad...
No. And I think that in that moment of her knowing that she's not bad is because she saved her dad. So, like, that's, I think, how she views that. Mm-hmm. And
I don't even think does Sue think that she's bad? I think now, but, like, she did.
Yeah, but not originally. Not, like... I think she thought she was misguided, probably.
Yeah.
So, and then back on the train, Nerd Son finds out that Bolin and Varric have pieced out.
And Julie.
Yep, Julie joined them. But he's like, oh man, we got to catch some fugitives. And so...
But they're escaping in mecha tanks.
They are. They're out and they're in the woods and they're escaping through mecha tanks. But they find them. Doesn't take long.
And fight.
And a fight ensues. And Julie kicks butt in this fight.
She does.
I'm going to take a moment to appreciate Julie, because she's so good.
She kicks I don't know who kicked more butt, her or Bolin. Bolin also kicked some butt.
Yeah, well, he needs to get out of the suit, though. He's not a good mecha suit.
No,
driver,
but once he gets out,
he's a great lava bender.
Lava.
And you get to see the lava bending come back, and it's so good because anytime Bolin lava bends, I just like.
And he feels special
because he's so good.
Yeah, and then
so talented.
I guess, and then the fight ends, and I guess they threatened to crush Varric's head.
Yeah.
I just would have ran and be like, screw it.
Yep, yeah, I know, right? They're like, hey, turn yourselves in or he gets it. And so they got.
You know what? Probably that would have been a smarter thing for Bolin to just run.
Yeah.
Because like they weren't going to kill Varric because they need him for the thing.
Yeah. But Bolin, we've established this.
Bolin's such a nice guy.
He's the sweetest boy.
He is.
But he's not very bright.
He just wants everybody to get along and be happy.
I mean, me too, man. But like, come on, bro. Come on.
He doesn't want people to get hurt.
So they take it back to the camp, and Kuvira is pissed. So she's going to send Bolin and Julie off to a re-education camp, and Varric is going to stay because she needs him to work on that weapon.
Yeah. By the way, do these like re-education camps have like lights that like spin around and there's no trouble in Boxing Day? There is no war. There is no trouble. Is it one of those camps?
Who knows? That's a great question.
God, what is up with the Earth Kingdom?
Yeah, Kingdom has some real issues here.
Like why? Especially Boxing Day.
They have some major issues.
You know what? You know what? Why can't we get like where's like the descendants of Boomy? Not like like this Boomy, but like Avatar Last Airbender Boomy.
Yeah, really. Did he have any descendants?
I don't know, but like he seemed like a decent king.
Yeah, he was like a cool dude. Like he was the chill. Like he was like the one decent Earth Kingdom ruler.
Yeah. Somebody get. I mean, he's probably dead.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. He would have been like 200 years old at that point.
Yeah, but he actually lived for like because he was like Aang's friend when they were kids, and
he was like 113 years old, and he was still kicking butt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well.
He could have lived to like 200.
Anyway, oh my god, we haven't finished this episode yet. This whole episode's gonna be an hour and a half long. I just know it. So anyway,
you can cut out some of the rambling. I don't care.
But it's good though. Anyway, so right before they kind of send on their way, Julie comes forward and she says that she's like, I'm sorry, but like my only problem in this situation was being loyal to the wrong person. She explains that she's kind of sick of Varric shit.
I mean...
And that was her real crime there, and her real allegiance is with Kuvira, the Great Uniter. And Kuvira is like...
Alright.
She's like, hey, you guys could learn something from this chick. She's pretty cool.
I'm just kind of wondering if she's like trying to be a double agent, because that just seems like so...
Because you can tell she's smart.
She's really,
She's smart, but also at the same time, she's done with Varric shit. So this could go either way.
It could go either way, but then also, like, I'm just assuming, like, she's probably not going to get that good dickin'.
Oh, yeah. It depends how much she wants that D.
Seems like she wanted it.
I did.
Yeah. And, like, who else is she going to get, like, the dickin' from?
It's a really good point.
Yeah. I mean,
the sole determining factor of if Julie is a double agent or not is how much she wants Varric's dick.
I mean, unless she's, like, bi once again, like, can, like, end there with Kuvira, fine.
Hey. Who wouldn't want to get into Kuvira that much?
I wouldn't. She just, like, I don't like being manipulated.
Oh, true.
Also, I'm not really attracted to women, but that's
So, back in Zao Fu, Korra goes up to Nerdfather and is like, what's going on? And we find out that Sue and the twins, Wing and Wei, have left, and they're going to take matters into their own hands, which is because we can't say we're going to assassinate that bitch on kids' TV.
But we're going to assassinate that bitch.
And that's the episode. What'd you think?
It was good. I really liked it.
All right.
It was fun. I think, like, the thing with, like, Legend of Korra, they, like, sometimes I really see is, like, especially because they kind of, like, combine episodes together. Mm-hmm. So this is, like, the setup, and then the next episode where, like, everything's going to go down.
Yeah.
So,
some shit.
I don't know if there's, like, much to talk about. I just, like, I enjoy this episode.
Yeah, because these episodes fit really well back to back. They do feel like one kind of, like, two-parter episode.
Yeah, I like that, Bolin saw the light.
Lynn is finally being like, oh, maybe this isn't, like, the best thing.
I'm not sure if I enjoy Varric having a conscience.
Really?
I like the idea of just, like, here's this guy who's just going to follow the money and just, like, you know, do what's best in his interest. That's just kind of fun.
That's true. That's what made him the most compelling character of book 2, I think.
I didn't really find him
not compelling, but
like,
the most interesting.
compelling. Yeah.
He was the most interesting character of book 2.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah, because he was the better antagonist, honestly. Even though he was
totally.
He was, like, the best antagonist.
And he wasn't even an antagonist. He was kind of just like an anti-hero.
Anti-villain.
Anti-villain.
Yeah.
I think Korra's kind of on this, like, peace thing a bit too much. Yeah. But I understand why.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, because, I mean, she's still not, like, in the best shape anymore. So, like, if she's got to pick an option, pieces sounds like the better deal here, so she doesn't have to fight.
Well, as we see, like, next episode, which, like, I'm super happy about this. Not, like, in a good way, but, like...
Yeah.
But we'll get to
that.
In,
like, a plot way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Character development ways.
Right, so... Speaking of that, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Book 4, Episode 6, The Battle of Zao. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're back.
Let's stay focused this time.
We're going to try to stay focused. No guarantees here, because we still have a comedy for you to get to. Holy moly. So where we last left off, we found out that the Sue and the twins went away. They're going to go take Kuvira out.
Which is a really dumb idea. Like, you're just going to make a martyr.
Yeah, they really are. They're just gonna. It creates a symbol of martyrdom, you know, where it says, "Oh, Kuvira was trying to unite everyone. She doesn't want to be united, and so we really have to, you know, finish her cause."
Yeah.
So you know, not a smart thing. I don't think assassination is the right answer.
The smarter thing would have been to like try to get her to a fight, and then fight her, and then see what happens.
Yeah, but so they basically. Sneak into this camp looking all ninja. Like, can you imagine, like, going on a secret ninja trip with your mom? That'd be kind of cool. just like your mom wakes you up one day and it's like, come on, honey, we're gonna go on a ninja excursion.
Can I just go to the beach?
I just wanted ice cream.
I already did that with Mom. We went to the beach and drank wine. It was great.
I thought you said it. I did that with my mom. We dressed up as ninjas and then assassinated somebody.
I'm not a big ninja person.
That's all right.
I respect them. They're fine.
They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
So they sneak into the camp and they have a very nice kind of sneaky thing. And she has a moment where she uses her seismic sense. So I always love that. And they sneak into the camp and it looks like she's all alone in her tent. So they sneak into the tent using some cool metal bending stuff. And they go to grab her, but then they realize
it's a trap.
It's not actually Kuvira sleeping. What she did was she dressed up Julita looked like her, and yeah, so it was the decoy. And but they were all waiting for her, and then they totally get trapped and captured.
Well, that happened.
And Kuvira's like, "Oh, how dare you? How dare you do that?" Anyway.
Yeah, but that doesn't even look good for Sue. Like if she gets captured, it's like, hey, your leader tried to kill me.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good.
Not really good.
No.
So back at Zao, we have a scene with Jinora, Opal, and Korra, kind of arguing what Korra should do in this situation. Opal says that, hey, you gotta help her out here. You know that Kuvira's in the wrong, and you know that what my mom's doing is right, so you gotta go help take her out.
But it's not right.
Jinora is like... Yeah, you swore an oath of non-violence, like non-aggression.
Which I don't get. They swore an oath
when you became an airbender. You're not supposed to want to assassinate people. It's not in the code.
I get it though, because it's like this is their family, and this is their home.
Yeah, she feels very passionately about her family.
I get it, but I'm just like, hey, your mom's not actually doing the right thing.
Yeah, the
right thing is to hey, you know what we did every other time? Expose them for who they are. I need to get into these, this show and just, solve everything.
Yeah.
As we know, I am a genius. I'm very
got the answer.
Humble brag.
Humble brag. But as they're kind of arguing about this, Kuvira comes on the loudspeaker to explain to them. She's like, hey, You later kind of stuck into the camp, tried to kill me. That's not cool. Took those guys. Took them, prisoner and stuff. So, and you have one chance to surrender, or we take the city by force. So, yeah. Nothing really interesting happens after that. I'm like, there's other stuff in the scene, but like it's not as interesting. So like I'm gonna skip over it for time purposes.
Okay.
So back on the Kabir's train, Varric and Bolin are in the same cell together, and Batar Jr. comes in with 2 other soldiers, and they're trying to get Varric to work on the project. And Varric's like, oh, well, I can only work at like a certain time. They're like, no, you're gonna do it. And Varric is like, hey, I need to work with an assistant. And he gives them a story. And they're like, we can just assign one of these guys. It's not a big deal. But Varric is like, well, if there's a possibility of, having your hands blown off. And so they're like, okay, we'll just let the other guy do it. So they get Bolin to help out Varric. And Bolin is like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
Bolin.
Yeah.
There's a plan here. We all see it, except you, honey.
Yeah.
So back kind of on the outskirts of Zaofu, Korra kind of meets up with Kabira in front of her army, and Elpo's there, and she's like, release them, but Kabira's like, is not going to release them, and
Also, did anybody else ever find it interesting that Opal and Korra now have the same haircut?
They do have very similar haircuts. I'm looking at a picture right here. It's similar. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gotta love that bob.
Hope that doesn't get Bolin's crush back.
that would be a weird side plot. That would be. Oh my god. Okay, so basically, it basically comes down to a fight between Korra and Kubira, and they're like, "Hey, just go into the Avatar state, take her out." And Korra's like, "No, this is gonna be a fair fight, But Kubira doesn't care. She's like, use the Avatar state, use whatever you want. I don't care. I can take it.
She can't really take her in the Avatar state, though.
Well, we start to see in a regular fight, Kubira is pretty good.
Yeah, she's great.
She
I like her metal thing. It's fun.
Oh, she's such a good metal bender. Like, the way his metal bending is used here, I think it's, super creative.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much you can do with metal bending. It's a lot of fun to watch. So, back on the train, we kind of see Varric working through... You see, kind of get the scene of Varric working on the spirit vine stuff. Mm-hmm. And as he's doing it, he's kind of making very subtle hints to Bolin.
And Bolin's just not getting it.
I have a plan here, and I kind of like it because this is a kind of a different angle we were seeing of Varric.
Yeah.
Because we see him as the eccentric genius, but now we see him as more almost level-headed with this guy with a plan thing, and it's kind of a different angle for the character, but it's really fun to watch.
But
Bolin doesn't quite get it,
honey. But even when we get to the end of Varric's plan, it's not brilliant. Well, never mind. Actually,
yeah,
never mind.
He's brilliant.
Yes,
he really is.
I was gonna. We'll get to it, but I was gonna say something, and then I realized I was wrong.
And we also kind of see. Tara and Varric don't really get along because Tara's he describes himself as a man of science, but Varric is you kind of suck.
Yeah, but Tara Jr. is one of those hipster nerds.
Yeah,
who's
so the worst kind of nerd.
It's kind of that person who just says they've done all this stuff, but probably haven't.
Yeah.
Or doesn't understand, and they're not like us, where we just get super enthusiastic about stuff.
Pours water into a test tube. Science.
Probably goes to those nice indie restaurants, gets avocado on toast. Actually, that sounds really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Atari Jr. is ruining the economy by putting avocado.
Dude, I think it's those BuzzFeed videos where it says all these hipster foods, and I'm just but they look really good. Except for those overflowing milkshakes with all of that shit on it.
Yeah,
that seems ridiculous.
It's a part of it is oh, that looks kind of good, but you'd only be able to have a sip of it, and then you would die. My inside would literally implode. That wouldn't be able to eat any of it. And then they're so big too. Not one person can eat all of that.
All the food,
12 people to eat one of those.
All the food at Coachella. What the heck? Although, I said, I would probably avocado toast.
Yeah, we should go for some avocado toast sometime. We're not buying houses. We don't need it. We can eat it.
Avocado toast and just those cookie dough things. You just buy cookie dough now in ice cream pints. Mm-hmm. They just eat cookie dough. So they make it so that there's no egg in it.
Yeah.
I saw that one. They have Oreo cookie dough.
Ooh.
I think we're hungry.
I just want ice cream, actually. I'm not even that hungry. I just want ice cream.
Anyway,
we get another flash to the fight, and Kabir is basically just kicking the shit out of him.
he's really good at, like, blocking and, like, what's the word? Dodging? Dodging's good.
Mm-hmm. And back on the train, Barrick gets the machine started, and then it starts roaring, and then we find out that what Barrick made was a bomb.
Ooh.
He wasn't just making any kind of a thing. He was like, oh no, this is a bomb.
Yeah.
If you guys want to get out of here, I'm going to stay here.
With
Bolin. This thing's going to go in 5 minutes. We're going to go down with this shit. We're prepared to go down with it. Even Bolin's like, what the fuck? I didn't agree to that. And he's like, y'all better leave. And so Batar kind of, Batar attempts to arrest Varric and to remove him from the area, but Varric also has a remote, so he can set it off automatically because he built both.
And some people are like, why would you do both? And I'm like, actually, that's a really
smart idea.
That's a really smart idea, because it's like, they might think you're bluffing. It's like, well, then I'll just blow it up right now.
Yeah. And so Batar, that's kind of where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And, it kind of seems like they're going to evacuate and leave Varric and Bolin to get blown up, maybe. Depends if it's a bluff or not. So, back with the fighting, Korra finally goes into the Avatar state and basically it becomes a curb stomp battle with Korra kicking the shit out of Kabir.
Do you think Korra could have won the fight, like, besides, like, going to the Avatar state? Do you think she could have won if there was, like, water around?
No, I don't think so. I think she's
you know, using 3 elements because there was no water.
Yeah, I think she's still rusty, though. I think that part of it was a mental thing and part of it was just, like, she was out of shape.
Yeah, by the way, like, speaking of mental thing.
Yeah, so just when it seems like she's got this all wrapped in the bag, we have kind of a moment where Kabir's face is suddenly that, not evil Korra, but that weird spirity Korra.
Poison Avatar state Korra.
Yeah, but PTSD Korra.
Yeah.
The physical representation of her PTSD. And so causes Korra to kind of snap out of it. She gets out of the Avatar state and basically kind of doesn't give up the fight, but really allows Kumira to get the upper hand.
This kind of made me happy, not in like because obviously I don't want Korra to be like PTSD-ish, but like I was kind of upset because because the whole like getting the metal still out of her, and it would have been like, oh, she's all better, and I'm just like, but that's not really how that works.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works. And like the whole like peace thing, I think it was just because like she was afraid to go back to the Avatar state. So I'm kind of glad that it wasn't just, we need to get this metal out, there's more to it, because that's how, life works.
Right.
So, we're good again, show. You didn't just use some dumb Deus Ex Machina.
We forgive you.
I like the, what's the word? Like, where they made me think that way, but then it wasn't the case.
Red herring?
There you go. I like that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So that was good. That was really good to see. So Korra's basically out of it at this point, which means that Jinora and Oak will have to kind of intervene. And I realized this. I kind of forgot that how cool it is to see multiple airbenders working at once. I mean, I've seen this a few other times in the show, but still, like when you have two really good airbenders kind of doing it was something that we never got to see in the original series because there was only one airbender, and just a really cool thing to see. So Jinora uses her spiritual projection to call for help.
We get a funny scene.
We get a funny scene of Milo and Iki who are painting
with Skrillex son.
With Skrillex son, who is criticizing painting, says Iki is very good. And then Milo,
he draws a masterpiece.
He draws the masterpiece. He's a little more critical of that.
I prefer, I think both Nerd Son and Skrillex Son, they're both kind of hipstery, but Skrillex Son's fun.
Yeah, he's a fun one.
Nerd Son's just not even fun.
No,
Skrillex Son's
a loser.
Skrillex Son's the type of guy who would go to a stupid modern art museum and see a painting with a line on it and be like, oh, look at the beautiful.
Start crying.
I hate that. It's if you actually look at art from olden days, I've been to museums in Europe.
Oh yeah.
Those paintings are gorgeous.
Yeah.
A fucking line? That's not art.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
As you can see, neither of us are that hipstery because we get annoyed by it.
So that's where we kind of and back on the train. Everybody kind of evacuates except for Varric and Bolin, and they separate the train cars. And then Bolin is like, "Oh, cool! Now let's turn this thing off, so we good to go."
And Beric's like,
oh no. No, we're blowing up. And
Bolin's like, no.
So Bolin starts trying to look for an escape. He's trying to look for first a way to turn it off and then a way to escape. And he first tells Beric that he hates him, and then he takes them, and then they get out of there just in time
and
before the thing blows up. So Vitar has like this really great look with like his like wide eyes. He's like, oh, he really wasn't bluffing, and he's like, oh, he describes him as crazier than a sewer pipe elephant rat, which is great. And then and so once they escape, Beric admires that Bolin finally did the thing, and Bolin has no idea how Shuli worked for Beric that long.
You know what I just like?
Because they were
I just thought of it because like Beric was like kind of giving like slight things, saying like everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But like, it's actually really good that he didn't tell him the full plan because Bolin's a terrible liar.
Yes.
Like they would have been. That's the thing with like Bolin, like because he's just like so sweet and just like truthful.
Yeah.
And wants people to get along. So like he couldn't have actually told him the truth.
Right.
And be like, everything's gonna be okay. I have a plan. Here's the plan. He just had to keep doing it, and just like I bet, like knowing that Bolin would have done the right, like knowing Bolin would have found a way to get out and would have saved him anyway because he's a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good time.
So it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, just like somebody find them. Anyway.
So we see Emil and Iki finally come on the Sky Basin, and they escape, and Opal, is, wants to go back and save her mom and her brothers.
And they're just like...
But they're like, go! Get out of here! And she says she'll come back for them, and it's kind of sad.
They don't save everybody.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think we totally skipped a scene from last episode.
What?
About with Asami and how she finally, she reunites with her father, and then they, play Pai Sho. I totally forgot about that scene.
Well, that happened.
Yeah, it happened, guys, and it was very good, and it was very nice.
Like I said, didn't really fit, but good.
I just, totally realized, I'm like, wait, did we forget about that scene? We totally forgot about that scene. That's on me. Anyway. So Kuvira now enters Zao, and she's talking to the citizens, and, tells them to bow for her, because she is, she's here. They're part of the Earth Empire now, and she is their leader. Everybody bows except for Vitar and Skrillex' son, and Nerd's son ain't too happy about that, so he starts kind of going up there and being all angry at them. And his dad says that he's so disappointed in him, and they take him away.
Mm-hmm. You know what it kind of reminded me of?
What?
Reminded me because of the color aesthetic.
Yeah.
Loki from Avengers.
Oh, yeah. Well, I said that too. When they bowed me, I'm like, Neil. It's like that.
Did you see the new trailer for the Infinity War?
I did.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. It looked like a normal Avenger trailer. I was like, okay,
in a good way.
Yeah, the only thing I kind of super enjoyed about it was Chris Evans' sexy beard.
Ooh.
It was so nice.
It was very nice. He's a very attractive man.
Yeah, they're all attractive men.
Yeah.
Except for maybe like Thanos. I think John Travolta's good looking, but
no, not as Thanos.
No.
Anyway, so let's get to the final scene of this, where back in the garden we see Kuvira is bending some materials, and Vitar is talking about what happened with Beric and Bolin, and he's like, yeah, they couldn't have survived. And he says that he thinks he can replicate the spirit body and kind of experiment to make a weapon.
And then, assistant.
Yeah. And then he needs an assistant, so Julie is going to work with him. And we see Julie has a look on her face, and we're like, I wonder what that is.
I don't know.
I wonder what that means. And then Kuvira ends the episode with saying to dismantle the domes. That's where we end that.
Yeah.
All right, so what are your thoughts?
It was good. I don't know if I have much opinions on these episodes. I'm like, they're good.
They're good, yeah.
They're good.
I think we talked a lot about it as we went along. We kind of dished out a lot of our points, but I think these are really strong episodes.
Yeah.
I think we see, these are very plot heavy. This is very Kuvira heavy in the sense that we see what Kuvira wants to do. Zao is a major point in them. Zao's, just a cool city, so we get to see a lot there.
I would say we know how she started out with what she wanted to do, but I still don't kind of know what she wants like, why does she have slave labor? Why does she have these camps?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if she'd, like, been, like, raised by Sue her entire life, she would know this probably isn't the best idea.
Right, yeah, it's interesting that, somebody raised with, somebody with Sue Beifong's ideas and ideals that she would...
Well, she's trying to be, like, the complete opposite of Sue, which I get.
Right.
But I'm just kind of like, okay. Like, I still don't 100% get it. Also, what's she doing with this, like, spirit vine?
Yeah. Why is she dismantling the domes? So, yeah, I feel it feels like there's still more to learn about Kuvira. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we know more, I feel like, than we did at the Red Lotus at this point in time last season. But there still feels like there's more to learn there. I agree with you there.
It sounds like my theory that I feel like I don't know if this is true, but I feel like maybe the Red Lotus is still involved.
Yeah, you think?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because, like, apparently Kuvira was, like, orphaned when she was 8.
Yes.
We don't know what her parents were like.
No, we don't.
They could have. But, like, everybody, I don't know if it's, like, her whole plan where, like, she was always part of this, and then, like, I don't know, when they came back, maybe they talked to her, and just, like, I don't know. It's, like, starting to become, like, less likely.
Yes.
But, like, but then this whole thing about equality.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, like, and, like, with this, like, energy spirit vine weapon, that could lead to chaos.
Yeah, well, yeah.
More chaos.
Yeah, really. Yeah. So yeah, there's still kind of things that we don't know about Kuvira.
Also, the fact that, like, she probably knew Sue wasn't gonna, like, want to do the takeover thing,
right?
So she could get into it. So, like, she probably knew that.
Yeah.
And she seems really like a manipulative psychopath.
Yeah, kind of a little bit.
Or sociopath. Whatever the difference is. Somebody leave a comment, please.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's really the question of the episode there, isn't it? Or the question of the whole show. Really, I feel like we're going to keep asking that question as we go along.
Well, I'm not, because I said it now, and hopefully the subscribers, all 203 of them, have said something. We got a new subscriber when we were recording.
I know, that's so exciting.
Anyway, speaking of people.
Oh yeah, are we going to close this out and go to the comment corner?
Comment corner.
Okay, it's comment corner time, guys, if you don't mind hanging with us for a little bit longer. But we have some great comments that we would like to read.
We got so many.
We have so many. We're
starting.
Which is the best kind of problem to have. We are not complaining. We just realized that we have to get better at organizing these.
Oh yeah, we're terrible at this.
We're terrible at this. So thank you for bearing with us.
Yeah. Where are we starting?
I thought you knew where we were starting. All right, the one that starts off with the last comment that we got was, it's the one by Muhammad Kabar, which says, awesome reaction, thank you. Well, thank you, Muhammad.
Where was that from?
So that was the very first book 3 finale.
Okay.
Video we got.
I'm going down. Okay.
Yeah, and if we miss your comments, guys, by chance, that's, we'll either cover them in the next episode, like if, or we just missed it and we're sorry, but, there's a good chance that if you left them within the last month, we're going to cover them within the next month.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned.
There's a couple, like, kind of says, like, you guys are great. And we're like, thank you. Thank you for this. We got there's that one nerdy from Nerdy Karaku. Or it's basically when you hand your little brother the controller for the hardest Call of Duty game on Earth. Which I don't know if we understood.
I don't think we totally understood that one, but I liked it, but I don't think I got it.
We got one from Fact Check Kevin.
Oh yeah, good old Fact Check Kevin.
Who liked my joke that you liked a lot.
I love that joke about how you said that Talia and Zahir are the same height now. It's so funny.
So that basically, Talia and Zahir are now the same height. I'm officially dead. More with the fact, note that firebenders are capable of affecting lava by extracting the heat from it, as demonstrated by Fire Lord Zozin.
Zozin, yes.
Before Avatar Roku's demise.
Mm-hmm.
But the situations Bullet and the others were in warranted a bit more of a forceful solution, so Mako wouldn't have been much help either way. I think it just implies that Zahir and his group were the most important Red Lotus. This is about the Red Lotus gang.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we said something about, like, because they weren't, like, the main people.
Yeah.
They were just, like, like a gang.
Right, that Red Lotus was a bigger organization.
Yeah.
And Red Lotus
I think we said
a gang
something
within that organization.
So that, he says, I think it's implied that Tahir and his group were the most important Red Lotus members in action at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Any other random members were purely irrelevant. Oh yeah, because we said after they were defeated, can't they just come back?
Yeah.
Just like all the other White Lotus members in Avatar: Last Airbender were irrelevant apart from the Old Masters.
That's a good point.
And the Old Masters weren't necessarily the overall leaders either. They were just high-ranking members coming together for a common goal. As requested by Iroh, I don't think either of the societies have strict leadership positions.
Which is a good point, that they wouldn't have strict leadership positions, because a lot of their thing is that, they're not really entirely pro-world leaders. Like before the White Lotus came out, kind of after Korra came about, they didn't really have a real hierarchy. Their thing is just to be a society basically. And the whole thing with the Red Lotus is that they don't like world leaders, so they wouldn't have a strong leadership thing. So they would probably have members that are more powerful, because the Red Lotus gang was so kick-ass. Everyone was probably like, "Oh, you do your thing, man. We'll follow you. You guys got this." So
there's the really long one from Pat Damon.
Yeah, actually, before we get to that one, let's get this one, which is a little further down from that. Which is by Kelly Anime Girl, who commented on our very first Legend of Korra episode. And she says, would have been really nice to see our reactions, not just chatting about it after watching the episodes. Otherwise, it's not a reaction, it's a review.
To which we will say, watch more.
Yeah, that's before we got the request to do live reactions.
Yeah, we didn't do that till season 2 finale, so...
Yeah.
So sorry, Kelly.
But sorry, Kelly. We don't have the...
We have I think we still have the audio for it, maybe.
We do. All
right.
Not as exciting, though.
No, it's not exciting, but we have it, so maybe we'll put that up if somewhere.
But also, what was I going to say? So yeah, I guess people might get thrown off by the name of our show, which is First Reaction Fan Reaction, and the reaction in that sense is us talking about what it's like to watch a show as somebody who saw it for the first time, and somebody who's already seen it. So. I think somebody else had also said, why is it called that? Because you're not watching it. Well, we do watch it, but the whole point of the show is to talk about
the reaction
to it. So yeah.
So Pat Seaman had this whole thing. I don't know if I want to read the whole comment just because it's super long.
Oh yeah, that is so long.
Yeah, basically.
Can we summarize it?
Yeah.
So Pat Seaman, if you're listening to this,
thank you for the comment
it's
and
really
the question.
But we
it's really
long. We're already running long, so we can't read that whole thing. So we're just gonna summarize it. Really quick.
He wanted to know basically who's the better avatar, and for him he said it was Aang.
Mm-hmm.
He's better at everything, fighting and I said Aang is the better avatar in every way except for fighting, and that's where Korra kind of is better at him.
Mm-hmm.
She sees bending as a form of martial arts, and then Aang sees bending as a way of life. That's the let me finish up. And bending is incorporated in one's very existence. Talks about the first episode. And what she does, and basically no one's ever afraid of Korra when she goes into the avatar state. She fought better. He says points from season 1. When she did book the avatar state, no one was ever afraid of her. Any challenges she had just fought, even better, knowing that they didn't have to hold back anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I think basically once she was in the avatar state, everybody's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, which we kind of just saw in the episode that we watched. So that's kind of relevant right now. Also, is it Pat Theman or Pat the Man? Just without the space in the middle. Just a general question to put out there.
Oh,
I know. I just read that. I was like, wait, I don't know.
Might have been the man.
All right.
Basically saying, look at every enemy she fought. Season 1 was a waterbender, bloodbender. Being waterbender could have never had any problems with them on.
Okay, but she didn't have any experience with bloodbending though.
That's true. Season 2 was another waterbender. There's the Korra King beat some waterbender. Okay, I get they were alive, was impressive. Powerful in terms of spiritual energy, but Korra's the freaking avatar.
Well, there's a lot of problems with book 2, so I can't even fault you on that one. It's it was book 2.
Okay, season 3, this one I gave to the Red Lotus because their offshoot abilities, their rare forms of bending is hard to counter. In this case, alone Korra simply outclassed, and this season I'm fine with. Season 4 is Kuvira, having been considered the master earthbender since the first season. Kuvira should have been a piece of cake. Korra was considered a master of all known elements.
Mm-hmm. And somebody responds to that point below, and I think we'll get that when we finish this, because that's a good point. It's a good point.
Basically, no one wants to see... There's a lot.
Yeah, if you guys want to read this comment, because it's a really good comment, this is on our Mercury finale reaction.
Yeah. Poor message. Should be average winner, but let's see. 4, struggling to keep up with everyone around her. I don't. Hell, even Milo outclassed Korra in the series, but that was
now.
That was like we'll get to it. They even went as far as to dare her to use the Avatar form as for Aang. No one wanted to see his eyes filled. People were not afraid of Aang's power. I could actually have an argument for that.
Yeah, that's I have a point for that too. I want to hear your point.
You up. Anyway, thank you for letting me rant. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And
we appreciate it.
Girls hope to see season 4 very soon. You're welcome.
Yeah.
We actually had a couple more comments. One of them, okay, so there was this guy, Corey, who left a comment on this, and I might have I did accidentally hide it. Well, we got one comment that was just an insult. So I was trying to hide it, and in the space, Corey, if you're listening, I accidentally hid your comment. So I apologize for that. I didn't mean to. We don't hide comments unless it's just a straight up insult.
Unless not even just like an insult, just no point to it. Just for the sake of being.
Yeah, like if you're just gonna insult us, like we're not gonna
without like a form of criticism behind it, like a more.
But like literally that insult and your comment, Corey, was kind of like right on top of each other, and I just screwed up. So sorry.
Sorry about that.
So we just have the one from GX Rowan, who says not really agreeing. I mean, Aang couldn't beat Hama, who was the bloodbender from the Puppet Master. Right. 2, and she was weaker. And about Kuvira in the first 1v1, she was so
which we just watched. So this is really good for reading.
I don't remember reading this, so that was kind of a spoiler.
Oh yeah, so good.
But I told you, so good. Yeah, she was still suffering from PTSD, and the second time she went toe to toe with the. Okay, I don't know if the rest of the spoiler.
That's a little bit of a spoiler. All
right,
but that it's not like a huge spoiler because it doesn't reveal when or where.
Yeah, so Pat Damon or Pat the Man, thank you for the rant.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
But I disagree.
Yeah, I kind of disagree. What was the point I wanted to touch upon here? Oh, well, the thing about, like, Aang, as far as, like, people were in awe of Aang's power. Well, the thing with Aang was interesting was that it'd been 100 years since
that's what I was going to say.
So then the Avatar was more of a legend, really, at that point, than it really was a person. And since then, the Avatar had become a more public figure. Like, everybody knew who Aang was. Aang was a real person and not just kind of this faceless kind of entity. So the concept of the Avatar was way more human by the time Korra came around. So it was a lot different as far as how I think people of that world viewed the Avatar from when Aang came back around in The Last Airbender and from when Korra came in Legend of Korra.
Yeah, and also just like with Korra, like the fact that like she's like viewed like fighting as like a martial arts thing, while like Aang saw it as a way of life. But that was kind of Korra season 1.
Yeah,
and that's what I kind of liked because it was just different.
Mm-hmm.
I still think she's a good Avatar.
Yeah, but they're definitely different avatars, so it's hard to compare sometimes.
Yeah.
So thank you for that comment. We really appreciate it.
And also, like, there was one thing where he says like each element Korra master should be a little more powerful than the average bender. Was that something stated that like the Avatar's like bending for each element is more powerful than a normal bender? I thought that it was just like the same.
No, it's supposed to be more powerful because it's
okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the most powerful, but it's definitely more powerful than average because, well, especially when they're in the Avatar state because they're channeling the energy of a bunch of past avatars, so it's a lot of that kind of past life experience. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean, but I think fighting still is and bending is shaped by life experiences too. So, I mean, we see that with the Red Lotus gang and how they have different forms of bending, which made it difficult to counter. But yeah, so I think we should probably call it there for this episode.
Yeah, well, we're more than just like this episode's gone on for a while.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's gone on for so long. But thank you for your comments, everyone. We're going to talk about more of these in the next few episodes. So stay tuned. And it looks like that's about all we have for today.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed listening to us talk about some stuff, you can follow us on various forms of social media. You can like us on Facebook. We are Witty Close Productions. Follow us on Twitter at Witty Close. We are on the Patreon if you want to head over there. We do put some of our full commentary tracks on there. And that is your Witty Close on there. And if you are listening to this on YouTube and you want to check us out on iTunes, we put all of our podcast stuff up there. So you can take us on the go. We are Witty Close Productions. If you could subscribe to us. And if you want to leave us a rating and review, that would be awesome because we really don't have many of those. or any of those at the current moment.
Yeah, we appreciate the YouTube comments, but maybe iTunes.
Yeah, and
get us up there in the rankings, and then people will find us.
Yeah, that'd be great. And it's interesting because iTunes doesn't really let you see how many people are downloading your stuff, so we have no idea who's actually listening to us on there. So if you are listening to us through iTunes and you could let us know, that'd be great. Just give us a little note. Say, hi, I listen to your stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
We'd really appreciate it. Or if you want to tell us you hate us and that you only listen to us so you can hate on us, that's cool too.
Which is that kind of seems like a waste of time. Like, why don't you listen to something? I mean, I do get hate watching. That on occasion.
But yeah, so if you hate listen to us, leave us a comment. I really want to know. But if you were listening to us on iTunes and you don't know that we have a YouTube channel, we have a YouTube channel. We are Woody Close Productions, so go over, subscribe to us there, like and comment, what they always tell you to do, because we do read those comments on the show, like we just did, like half a minute ago. So we'd really love to see you there.
I wasn't really paying attention. What else did you say?
I was just talking about how people should leave us comments because we like to read them on the show.
On YouTube, yeah.
On YouTube and iTunes and every other
Facebook, Twitter.
Also SoundCloud.
SoundCloud,
that's mostly
Patreon. If up 200, you want to leave us like $1, we'd be doing pretty good. Although there's no content up there, we're not really putting.
Don't tell people that. There'll be content up there if you. No, I'm
just saying when we build it, we'll say when we're gonna build it up, we have settings for what we're gonna do.
Yeah, check out those stretch goals because we definitely have them.
We just need to put them up.
We just gotta do it. Yeah, and so we have a lot that we want to do. But not a lot that we can do at the moment.
Yeah, we have all these ideas for podcasts.
Yeah, and so they're fun. And leave us some feedback if you there's something that you think that you'd like to see us do. Let us know. We can't guarantee that we'll do it, but for example, we didn't do those live reactions until people said that they wanted them. So yeah.
So we listen.
So we listen, and we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Anyway, this episode is going on way too long. Join us next time as we're going to continue with.
We're going to have 3 episodes.
Book 3. Yes, book 4. We're going to do a triple episode special. We're going to talk about episode 7, Reunion, episode 8, Remembrances, and episode 9, Beyond the Wild.
And I feel like if you're a fan, you know why we're doing 3 episodes.
Haha! Yes, you do.
Yep.
All right, stay tuned. Peace.